Hey friends, happy Thursday. How are y'all? I'm actually getting on here like I said I would. Life is semi-cooperating. Had to move into my bedroom, unfortunately. I was hoping to do this at my desk, but my neighbors decided it was time for a dance party. The music was so loud I could just about make out all their words of their song, and it was giving me a headache. I'm not in the mood for all that. So at least it's quiet back here. If you hear a pounding noise, it's just the pile drivers across the freeway because they're, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, they're building a whole big complex with two major hotels, convention center, parking structure, restaurants, yada, 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 the whole 9 yards. So if you hear that a metal pounding noise, that's what it's going to be. Right now the pile drivers are not going, thank goodness. They've been going since 7 o'clock this morning. That's every morning, 7 o'clock till about 3, 4 with a little break in between. But honestly, you get used to it and you learn how to kind of tune it out after a while. So because it's been going on now for probably almost a year, 6 months to a year. So yeah. So anyway, so how's everybody doing? How's your day going? So this is not going to be a totally long video. I do have some yarn over here to my right that I want to show you. And then if you remember last week, it was either last week or the week before, I posted on how to cast onto an infinity loom, and I was using that blanket yarn. I actually ended up pulling that project off of there because the yarn is so slippery that it kept sliding off the pegs. So I knew in my mind, I'm like, there's got to be a way. There's got to be something I can do with this. Like I said, I tried crocheting, back and forth, back and forth. It didn't work. So then I thought, what about making a granny square? Continuous granny, just one big continuous granny square with a blanket. Guess what? It's working. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook, just a plastic hook that I bought at Hobby Lobby. So I'm using that, and this is the outcome of it so far. And I did start with, the good old magic ring. But that's what it's looking like so far. And you know what? Because of the pattern, like, you can't really see the holes that are in your traditional granny square. So that's where I've gotten so far, just because I've been working on other projects, but I wanted to try it out and see how that would work. And I'm actually very, very pleased with it. So, and I showed it to my daughter, and she really likes it. She said it's actually not going to bother her with the gaps. And as you can see, this is still very drapey, even with using a 6mm hook. I am not chaining in between my clusters. I don't think, did I chain? No, I'm not chaining in between my clusters on the grannies. So the only place I am chaining is in my corners where I'm doing the 3 and then the chain 2 and then the 3. So that's where I'm at on this. So I'm super excited. It works up really fast. That square took me no time at all to work it up. So that is where I'm at. I don't know if I'm going to pull my infinity loom out, or I have another loom over here that I tried that on. Let me see if I can get it. This is a big loom. And this is not the biggest this loom goes. This is another loom by KB Looms, knitting board looms. There's 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different extensions I have in my closet for that loom. But one thing I did realize when I had the infinity loom out again is I just don't have the room for it. It's very hard to store it properly without my cats finding it. especially my one. He is my senior cat, Shadow. I know you've seen him in a video or two. He's a very curious little boy. So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing for now. I don't know if I'm going to, like I said, if I'm going to pull out my bigger looms. I'll pull out my smaller looms here eventually. I have some yarn. Actually, I was just looking at this before I got on here. I have this Facets yarn, Loops and Threads from Michaels. This is the color Lollipop. And I've had this for, I bought this last year. It might have even been the year before I bought this. It's a medium 4-weight with a 6mm crochet hook recommendation. And it's 279 yards per skein. I'm actually thinking of using this just because it seems to run kind of thick thin. So I'm thinking about maybe putting that on a loom because I want to make a nice little scarf. Well, not scarf, not little, but I want a nice fluffy scarf for the winter time. So I'll probably pull out one of my shorter looms and I'll show you how I use that when I do that. That'll probably be towards the fall. It's definitely not going to be right now. But anyways, okay, so let's jump right in here. So remember in yesterday's video, I told you I finally found the rave yarn in the color I wanted. Ta-da! I got 4 of these. This is the color Scene Queen. Interesting. This is 312 yards, 100% acrylic. 5.5mm knitting needle and a 4.5mm crochet hook. I might actually go up to a 5 on this. Yeah, I might go up to a 5 on that. We'll see. It's a medium 4-weight. And it's showing for, I think it's a blanket, a 50-inch by 60-inch. It says to use 4 balls. And then for an adult sweater, it says to use 3 balls. I did find out that means an extra small to a small adult sweater. Not for somebody like my size that would be needing a 1X or something like that. 1 ball for a hat and 1 ball for a scarf. It is machine washable, low iron, do not bleach, do not tumble dry, dry flat. Look at how gorgeous that is. I just love the black with the neons. So pretty. I was so happy I found this, and when I did find it, it was on sale for $4.99. I think I paid for these. So as soon as I saw that my local Joann had it, I literally drove down there and got it. And sure enough, it was exactly what the app said. So I was very happy about that. And then I've been seeing Stenley cakes a lot around the YouTube streets. And I've kind of done some research, but I did not want to order it directly from the company because it comes from Bulgaria and sometimes can take a long time to ship. So Brenda's Knots and Loops, she does bulk orders from Stenley and then puts them on her Etsy shop. And I finally just broke down and bought a souffle Stenley. It is 85% cotton and 15% polyester. I really don't know how to read all that, but let me see. I'll take this out of the bag. It'll be easier than trying to. Sorry for all the crinkles. Okay. So there's that. Okay. But as you can see, this is like a 2 or a 3. It's a very thin yarn. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to get another one. And then the nice thing too with these is they have a little start, stop, pull on these. So I'm probably going to get another one, and I'm going to run them together and maybe do a scarf or something out of it. I'm not sure yet. So we'll do I'll do something with it eventually. Right now I just don't have time. I was just happy I could finally get my hands on one and actually try it out. And it feels pretty soft. I mean, like I said, I haven't worked with it yet, so I've only had it for a little while. Whatever. Can't tie the bag back. Yeah, that's okay. And then I have just a small little Premier yarn haul. Premier was having a sale a couple of weeks ago where cotton yarns, the cotton, afternoon cotton, and I think there was a couple others, they were $3 a skein. So I purchased a bunch of them just because I use these when I make coasters during the holidays. I think that was all of them. Yeah, that's all of those. So let me give you the specs on these really quick. So again, these are afternoon cotton from Premier. They are 136 yards each. It is 100% mercerized Egyptian Giza cotton. And I'm sorry, I don't want to open the bag just because these are nice and factory sealed. 3.5 millimeter knitting needle and a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook. I think I used a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, if not even a 3. It is a lightweight 3 machine wash, warm, lay flat to dry. So this one is in the colorway Goldenrod. Let me turn this just a little bit. So there's that one. And then this one is Rosebud. Pale Teal. Ecru. Oh, there goes the pile drivers. I apologize if you hear that, guys. And then Cornflower. So that was my cotton that I purchased from there. And then I also looked at their bag deals. Because if you go under, is it clearance or sales or something, they'll have their bag deals. And right now they have some crazy good deals going on. I am not an affiliate with Premier, but I shop them all the time. And I did get an email this morning saying that they did have a whole bunch of sales, bag sales, and stuff like that. So I did purchase the Premier Basics Moral. And this is in the color Caribbean Marl. 100% acrylic. 245 yards. 5.5 millimeter knitting needle and a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Machine wash, warm, tumble dry. And then tested and approved against 350 plus harmful substances. So there's that one. And then I love the Premier Sweet Rolls, and they had a bag deal on these. And I apologize, I don't have my prices right on me right away. Like I said, the cottons were $3 each. I know that for sure when I bought them on sale. I want to say the Premier Basics Marl was maybe $7 for the 3. This one I think was $14 for the 3. This is the colorway. And it is called Bubble Pop. 245 yards. 100% acrylic, medium 4-weight. 5.5 millimeter knitting needle and a 5.5 millimeter crocheting hook. Machine wash, warm, and tumble dry. Again, don't know what I'll do with it, but I loved the colors. There's something about pink and gray with white mixed in that I just love. Pink is my favorite color, so anything pink, I'm all for it. And then I bought these because I have a baby blanket I need to make for a little boy that's due. A friend's little boy is due in August, I think. It's their first baby. So I found this. Again, also in a bag deal. I don't remember the price right off on this. This is anti-pilling DK Colors. Batik, 383 yards per skein. 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It is a light 3, which will be perfect for those Georgia summers that they get down there. A 4mm knitting needle, a 4mm crocheting hook, machine wash warm and tumble dry. Again, tested and approved against 350 harmful substances. And this is in the color Lucky Duck. There's that one. This is a really nice one. It's like greens, maybe some white, a little bit of yellow. That's if you knit it, though. I'm not knitting. No, I don't knit. We've had this discussion before, what will happen with knitting needles. So, that is my yarn. What else? Oh, my crocheting hooks did come yesterday. Finally, after traveling the United States. So they did come yesterday. I'm thinking, I think I'm going to do just a video on just the hooks. Maybe do a little swatch with them, kind of work with them, see how I like them. And I'll do that with the O-Fire hooks at the same time. So I think my next video is going to be testing out the Dots hooks and the O-Fire hooks. And, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be tomorrow or if it's going to be next week. If life allows, I'll do it tomorrow. But right now, I'm not sure. I'm just happy that I could get on here today and show you some yarns that I've been hanging on to for a little while and chit chat with y'all again. And I did find out that I can now use my community page on YouTube. That's an exciting thing because there's been times where, you know, I say I'm going to do a video, but then I can't because life happens and I have no way to really let you guys know. And then I leave y'all hanging. I feel bad. So now I have the community tab that I can use. I will be using that also for shout outs for a couple of channels that are trying to make it to 3K this year. So I'm going to probably put one of those up this week, one up next week, and help them get the word out there for them. But yeah, so I think for now that's all. I think I'm going to go make me another cup of coffee, maybe get some lunch. It's almost 12 o'clock here. I kind of skipped right over breakfast. I'm so bad about that. I'm so bad about skipping breakfast, and I really shouldn't be skipping breakfast, but yeah, I think I'm going to get off of here though, because like I said, those pile drivers are going. It's getting kind of loud, and I don't know if you guys can hear it on your end, but I apologize if you can. So anyways, guys, I'm going to let you get going. Y'all have a great day. Be kind, be blessed. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.